StockinetteZombies. I'm Amy, also known as Janitma.
And I'm Megan, also known as Just Run It, and this is episode 485. 485.
Okay.
It
Had to,
is we both have sweaters on, like a randomly cool time in July here in Minnesota. So,
yeah, yeah, the mornings are very cool, like fall-like weather. And the afternoons are just gorgeous.
mhm.
So,
Yeah, we went on a bike ride last night. Yesterday morning I was in Madison and it was like downright cold. Like I felt like I needed to, yeah, I don't know, have a throw on a long sleeve for my run. And I hadn't packed one because when I packed, I was like, there's no air conditioning in Ellie's apartment, and I'm just gonna be sweaty. So I packed a lot of like shorts and tank tops and whatever, right? But no, yeah, it was fun. It was fun to be in Madison. Got a lot of knitting done in between, spending time, random bits of time with her. She's very busy with her internship, and she's also taking 3 classes this summer.
wow.
Yeah. So, and then worked out of the engineering building because her apartment doesn't have very good Wi-Fi. So set up shop in one of the buildings on campus. Felt like a true engineer operating out of the engineering building. All right. Any other info you want to share here? Otherwise, I'll go into administrative.
Go ahead and go to Minestrati.
Okay. I announced the quarter 3 challenges this week, as well as a Patreon drawing that was a benefit of being a paid Patreon member. We have the 2 levels, and yeah, just asking you to provide some feedback on the craft along. What was your favorite prompt thus far? And then there is an open suggestion box. We'll do a random drawing there. And you have to be an active Patreon member, paid Patreon member to be in that drawing. So yeah, a smaller pool than the great big random World Wide Web. And then also we'll do the drawings for quarter 2 next week after with that one, along with that one. So we'll have some prizes to announce next week. And then, yeah, the quarter 3 challenges are to complete 3 of the following 4 ways of feeling lucky. So, how you could feel lucky, and which is another way I feel like of saying that you were blessed, right? Like
Mhm.
how ways to feel blessed, ways to feel like you were lucky. One of them was random, so an unplanned or spontaneous cast on or finish. So maybe you put something away and you're like, I'm going to finish that thing randomly. Or maybe something came up on your radar and you're like, oh, I must cast that on immediately.
Mhm.
Um, Random. Did,
My
did you have
thoughts,
something in mind?
well, I was thinking what I would do is kind of either put together something from my queue,
Hmm.
and do a random number draw from my queue, or and I might have to prune it first, which will be good. Uh, and then because I don't want to like a blanket is on there, so we'll see. And then the other thought was to take my whips and number them, and then do a random drawing because I have so many to say,
Yeah,
okay, this one's going to be worked on until it's done.
excellent. Yeah, no, that's fun. For me, it's a little more like Castiani, something
Mhm.
random, because I don't have much to finish. Although I do feel like I have blankets and such that have, the ones where I was making the 3x3s and
Mhm.
haven't completely finished that up. I think that's the only outstanding whip. Anyway. Number 2 is to be lucky in love, lucky in love. Create something for a loved one. That could be a friend, a neighbor, anybody that you're creating something for somebody else. This one is the easiest for me because I feel like I'm constantly trying to find people in my life to create things for.
Yes, you do
Uh,
the teachers' gifts and the employee gifts, and yeah,
Yep,
you're
coworkers. Ellie was reminding me when I saw her in Madison, like, what happened to you making me a pair of socks every time I saw you? She was coming home randomly on weekends, and I'd have a new pair of socks for her. And I was like, well, when you brought your laundry bag home, I quit seeing them in there, so I assumed you didn't need as many many socks. So yeah, but yeah, lots of fun there. Number three is community. So this is a fun one. We have also often done twinning as part of our ZKKL, but we've never done it as part of our other Stockinette Zombies craft-alongs. And so twinning is finding somebody that is crafting the exact same pattern or the exact same yarn. And the exact
Mhm.
same yarn is vendor and colorway. And so, yeah, like literally the exact same yarn, not just like, oh, Amy's got a beautiful, navy blue that she's making something with, and I'm also making that something, or, something navy, sort of twinning. And so, yeah, there's a lot of craft-alongs going on right now. Some, Rhinebeck sweaters and whatever. So you could find
Mm,
somebody to twin with that was and it doesn't have to be somebody that's also in our craft-along. So,
there you go.
yeah, uh, two links for that one, yours and somebody else's project. And yeah, it's fun. It's again a great way to have community. That's what I miss the most about
Yeah.
our craft alongs is that you're often not making the same thing along with somebody else. So twinning is fun because you'll be the same pattern or same yarn.
Yeah, maybe for an extra credit and no actual points are worth, but you can like snapshot your DMs or whatever, like, hey, we've been
Mhm.
corresponding about what we're working on.
Yeah.
Because that's the idea, right? We're going to find somebody that has that exact same yarn. I know for people who attended Zombie Apocalypse, we
Mhm.
could see if you bought the retreat colorway, you
Mhm.
can find somebody. I bought the Woolens and Nosh event colorway. So there's an opportunity to find somebody with
Absolutely.
the exact same yarn.
That is a community that many people that are a part of our craft alongs are a part of. And
Yes.
it's one of my favorite things about us having the event is the community that it brings together. So if not
Yeah.
the favorite, I said one of, but
Yeah. Yeah.
well, I enjoy the speakers and the market. And yeah, I really enjoyed the market this past year. But yeah. Okay. And then the last one is purpose and service. So this could also be like your calling, right? Like you feel lucky and that you found your calling. But for this prompt, we're crafting something that has a purpose in your home. So domestically useful, like a washcloth, a hot pad, a pillow cover, a coaster, a scrubber. Those you can make little boxes, right? That you could like stow stuff in, right? Like something
Mhm.
something in your home. So, Amy, you said you didn't want to do a blanket. I did not specifically list blanket there, but I feel like blanket is something that is useful in your home as well.
Very true. Very true. My plan is like I had made one I-cord coaster a while back because I have that little I-cord maker
Yeah.
thing. And I've been making a ball
Mm-hmm.
for some purpose, where I just join the yarn in and I keep going. And I've stalled on that. So I was thinking I could finish out that I-cord and then start making coasters from the ball of yarn that I've made. So that's the plan for that one. I use it as a mug rug at work all the time, the one that I did make. So, so useful.
That seems like it has a purpose.
Yes.
Yeah. So three of the four of those. And yeah, get your entries in. Go back and look at the quarter two challenges. We're all about lucky talismans. And yeah, the first one was kind of the something old, something new, something inspired, and something in your favorite hue.
Mhm.
And yeah, lots of ways if you've been crafting in 2025 to get engaged in those prompts. So, yep, yep. All right. And then today we have finished objects. I've got a pile here. Feels like we haven't had a finished object episode in a while. I think we did like our retreat tips and tricks, and we did whips, and we did about our favorite things. And so it's been a good long bit pre ZK since we've had a finished object episode. Oh, and Pat
Yeah.
Looney Hiker says hello. Good morning.
So I didn't want to do any research. So this Rigmore and something that I just finished this week were kind of sitting close at hand. So I'll
Mhm.
talk to them. So I have the Rigmore done. So this is a petite knit pattern. I really enjoy it. It's got these little clovers. I think that's why I started it in the first place, but never finished it
Mhm.
for our knit along. But um, yeah, it's a really nice finished object. I will say that uh, it's it's a little bit like you have to go with the flow because I don't think that it has any sort of intentional symmetrical symmetry in the top.
Mhm.
You're just continuing the pattern from the bottom as if you were cutting from a fabric. So some of these things don't look like the things over here.
Yeah.
So it's not center divided symmetry. So if that bothers you, then read this pattern closely. I don't think that it is. Mine didn't end up that way anyway. And I wasn't about to rip back to make it so. So, which it looks fine. It looks like any commercial sweater. I'm not
Yeah.
mad at it.
Nobody would
And
go
then
up and really notice unless they were like inspecting it for the state fair projects or something, right?
right, right. And then I will say that I sewed 99% of this thing because it's got 10 balls of yarn in it.
Oh.
But I stopped at the underarms. So little air
And
vents there
she
until I
just put that on for the episode, so she wasn't walking around like that. Not that there's anything wrong with that either, but yeah.
right, right. No, but yeah. So I just didn't get to the armpits. It was like a bridge too far. Once you've knit in like 100 of them, you're just like, all right, this one's a little extra thinky. I'm gonna just put this down.
Yeah.
But this was long languishing stash. Really loved being able to work with it. It is heavy. So I think that bamboo, I think it was baby bamboo, it is really designed to be kind of a baby blanket. I think as far as just the weight of it, it doesn't feel like a garment weight. It feels like a blanket weight yarn. But otherwise, I think that I'll still enjoy it. It's very soft because it's made to be a baby blanket.
Yeah.
And I do think it'll be quite durable as well. So
Because it's made to be a baby blanket.
yes. Uh, and then super tip on that one is that I had
Sorry.
to, what?
I was thinking of you like spitting up. I
Oh,
don't know why. Sorry.
okay. I should wear it when I hold a baby, is what you're
Yes,
saying.
yes, exactly. Yes, this is your baby holding sweater. Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry. Go.
Uh, but other tip on this one is that I had to go out to eBay to get a new dye lot because I had 7 skeins and I needed all of 10 that I ended up using. So, yep, was able to find the dye lot on eBay. Came lickety split. Highly recommend. All right. And then the thing that I just finished this week is a mucil and I made it out of this blue. I believe this is a Leading Men Fiber Arts, but it was tagless, so I don't have all the details. And then we had discussed that this one was Stunning String during the
Mhm.
Whips episode. So those two. And then I think I'm going to make another one with these two. So we got a brown and a blue because I want it to be quite different from this one. So I think if I use this green, that would dominate. Um,
You
and
little
so I
silver.
think this, yeah. Oh no. You're going very slow for me, Bacon.
Yeah, it says it's me. I tried to say I thought you were going slow, but
Okay.
I think I'm back. Am I back?
Yes, you're back. Um,
Okay. Yeah.
so that is my plan, or up next.
Hmm.
And yeah, the goal is to get these done for coworkers. So one down, one to go. And I have until I decide to give it to them, so it's okay.
Hmm.
Maybe Christmas could be a goal, but no goal in mind. But I did find it very fast and enjoyable, so it did, bam, come off the needles quick. So, and that's it for
Absolutely.
the whips that or the FOs that I had piled next to me. Probably had
Yeah.
more. I just don't remember what they were.
Well, hopefully my internet works when it's my section here. Yeah, at ZK, I took along this cartography, which was a Woolens and Nosh colorway that had been staring at me in the skein. Really loved the colors.
Yes, I have that
And
one.
yeah, had so I made some skews. I had been making some partying it up and getting downs and OMG heels, and so this was like a, for all of the imaginary points. And yeah, it was nice to be able to do that. As you see, I have a left and a right sock, which is one of the mistakes that I made. I think I like triple checked in years past while making skews at ZK. I accidentally made two left socks, I believe. I think I eventually ended up ripping back and fixing that, but yeah. And this ended the Sockapalooza for me. I had made a whole bunch of socks, and not that there was anything wrong with it. It was just like a nice, like, whew, okay. Do I need to make a ton more socks? Probably not. But really love the coordinating color. And as you'll see later, I have mixed these two projects that I were working on, ZK, the leftovers for a Musselburgh as well. So yeah, a couple people probably saw me cast on the neckline for this. I was thinking it was going to be a neckline like this when I made it, but instead decided to lean into the V. And this is just really yeah, me having two colors of two skeins of yarn, knowing that unless I wanted to make it something short sleeve and potentially extremely cropped, that I would need to combine them, and really enjoyed just kind of playing with stripes. So as you can see, like, a thicker stripe, a thinner stripe, a thicker stripe, then like this motif, texture motif, finish out with another thicker stripe in that color, and then do it all again with that dominant flipped thicker stripe, thinner stripe, thicker stripe intermix. And yeah, it was just a lot of fun. I really enjoy this one a lot. When I look at it, like I'm like, ooh, what is my favorite stripe? I don't know why I have to pick favorites, but I do. And that is my favorite. Got down to the bottom, and yeah, the sleeves I think were a little bit more of a slog, although they did go fast. And yeah, the blue is a mixer from Knit Picks, and then the green is Threads by Megan Nicole. It was two skeins of yarn that the jeans gave me as
Mm.
from last ZK, not this ZK. I was like, this is a very Megan color, and we got it for you. And so, yeah, really enjoying it. Just kind of grokked a sweater, and it's yeah, it's smushy, and a great use of like the random two skeins of a color that I threw into my my Knit Picks cart at one point as a mixer against this color. I don't know what I would call this, but nice fingering weight sweater that I'll get a lot of wear during the cooler days.
This is
And
a
then yeah,
complete non sequitur, but I had a thought about the adventure thread, right? I was thinking about how my hat that I finished was knit at a concert recently, and I had posted to the adventure thread. Um, I am redoing my craft room.
mm,
I ordered a bunch of shelving and stuff to get it all organized, and it's going to be on its way to me next month. Maybe I should start another thread for craft rooms because I want to see people's craft rooms and get myself inspired. Anyway, that was a complete non sequitur. I don't know where it came from, but I didn't want to lose the thought. So,
yeah, no, that would be
you know,
fantastic. I would love to see that. I don't know that I'll be posting any photos of my yarning room slash dining room, but do have that new Queen City shelf that she got from IKEA that yeah, more recent purchases are sitting on. Jeremy was like, you didn't have enough space already. I was like, it is what it is, dude. Yeah. So this Musselburgh was
ooh,
with that cartography left over.
mhm,
I found again a nice little mixer from Knit Picks, and then I believe I used the last of the toe color on one of these ends. Very similar to the toe and heel
mhm.
color. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, very similar. So yeah, this one's a nice one, a fun one. And yeah, ended up with, because I didn't have enough of the stripes, having to do a little bit more of this is the end I ended on, having to do just some plain blue rows and finish with the blue because I ran out of the stripes.
mhm.
But yeah, a nice Musselburgh. I believe this is what kicked off this season of Musselburghs for myself. And as I said last week, I went through and like caked up all of my leftovers and cold, right? Like this is enough to make a Musselburgh. So this one is again some Knit Picks mixed with the leftovers from Woolens and Nosh. This one is super swanky. So it's some leftovers from my swanky sweater that I
Mm.
yeah, swanky fingering that I made. So very like smushy and cashmere, both of them. So the lighter color and the darker color are that swanky decay. As
Mhm.
you can see, again, ran out of the light pink and had to end with the brown. The really cool thing is like you're seeing it like this, right? So you're seeing like she ran out of the light pink. But when you're wearing it, like the only thing that you can see is the one end, right?
Mhm.
So there's no like, oh, they ran out of yarn. No, it looks it's very purposeful, very demure,
Mhm.
very
Very mindful.
very mindful. Yes, very mindful. That was the word that I was looking for, not demure, mindful. But yeah, super smushy. And then I was wearing my 80s Tastic SKUs the last time that I was in the office. I think it was like Trapper Keeper and neon something colorway. And one of my new coworkers, these are all hats for new coworkers, complimented them, was like, oh, those are awesome socks, whatever. So I was like, she gets a bright hat. And so the leftovers from this sweater, the blue, got mixed in with
Oh,
two different colors of, so obviously two different ends, right? Like this
mhm.
is, I believe,
Mitchell.
some Mitchell's, yep. And then here's another end that and you can see I was running out of both the blue and this color. And so did the stripes all the way up to the top. So they're each their own little adventure. But yeah, if you didn't need to say it, you could have said like all of these, like these were knit in Wisconsin, right? While I was in Madison doing Madison things with my daughter. And yeah, this one went to several concerts with me, right? So they all have memories knit into them as well. But yeah, super kapow. This one I decided also to try your thing, Amy, where like the thicker stripe doesn't necessarily match the top. So different different striping. Yeah.
I was gonna say, did I say how many knitters came up to me during my concert?
No.
Two.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't sound like a lot when I say two, but I was just so surprised. One gal, I was wearing my spring swirl,
Mhm.
and one girl, while I was walking past her, said, "I love your swirl." And I was like, "There's a knitter," because she knew the
Yeah.
name of the pattern. And then I had somebody else come up to me and say, "That pattern is in my queue," and then showed me what she was working on during the concert as well. So
Yeah. Yeah, no,
that was
Ellie
fun.
actually mentioned to me, right? She's like, it's just so normal for me to see you knitting in public, right? But like we were at restaurants and I was in the lobby, of the engineering building. I was studying with her in like a little alcove and people would see me knitting, right? And I don't know, it must have been like the juxtaposition of being in her like normal life, but having mom and knitting
Oh,
and
okay.
like so normal to her, right? But like new eyes of like, oh, other people are like, what is that woman doing? Right. So yeah, lots of knitting in public in Madison. And yeah, a fun little mixture. Both of these colorways are gone, gone, gone.
Yeah, you used the
There's
heck out
no
of those.
more, there's no more to be had with the blue and the neon. So yeah, kind of a fun little
Hmm.
uh, swirl going on there. But yeah, back into my hat phase because I had the realization, like I don't have to make them for all of my coworkers that already have hats, but the new ones, they can get a Megan hat. And thus began the I don't know if it's the second or third or fourth season of the
Well,
Megan Muscle Burrows. Yeah,
you
it's
did
at
say
least the
that your
third.
partials were starting to accumulate, right? So
Yes,
there was
that
a
that too. I
pool
mean, it's
to,
fun that you can see like literally some of them here, right? Like with the
yeah.
some of the more recent ones were at the top of the pile, but you will see more, yeah, more aged ones here in a short bit. But yeah, at least the third because I did one at my previous job and this job, and yeah, so at least the third season of the Megan Muscle Bros. But yeah, if you're on Patreon, make sure that you're going out and checking out that thread, the travel thread. I did not do a good job of taking pictures while I was in Madison, but may this weekend. And it sounds like Amy wants to talk craft rooms, which I think will be fun as well.
Yeah, again, I was shopping the IKEA, IKEA shelf. Was shopping the IKEA page and saw some cute furniture, and everything in my craft room is so mismatched, but not in, I don't know. My loft is mismatched in a beautiful way. My craft room is mismatched in an awful way. So I'm going to homogenize it. Like I think I'm gonna give it the I want, because it's also the guest room. I want it to be calming and not like, hey, I just moved over all my crap so you could sleep. So that's the goal. An inviting space that also holds all of my knitting.
Mhm.
And yeah, I will try to progress post. Right now, it is quite the mess. I have kind of upended it.
Yeah.
But that'll be a good reminder of where we started and hopefully get to that calm
Yeah.
space.
I need to do the same with my sweaters. They're now in bins piled up in front of my closet, and I need to cull and organize. So maybe just crafting organization would be a good theme, whether that's finished objects or yeah, the supplies that go into them. But yeah, I have to run. It was great chatting.
Yes, I
Bye, Hoofta. All right,
sorry for
sorry,
the
I'm late.
extra. Yeah,
Yep.
bye.